David, yes. Okay, I'm going to share my link. Such an idiot. Well, I didn't stream yesterday, so kind of have to make up for it. Link. Might go and get a little stack before I start, actually. Oh God, look at that. 10 million increase OI. Oh God, the price is going up. It's going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Let's go to the moon. Moon, 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 moon. Let's go to the 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 moon. Moon, 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 moon. Let's go to the moon. All right. All right. Starting in T minus in T minus 5 minutes for moon rocket launch. All right, I'll be back in a sec. I'm just gonna get a snack, and I'll be right back and continue. Okay, I have my stacks. It's just you and me, David. No one else. I did say it was bullish. Cactus Cake doubted me. You just can't underestimate the power of bullish engulfing. It doesn't happen often, you know. Look at that. Wow, my BTC longer. Amazing. I made back all my losses in one trade. Like every loss, I made it back in one trade. I just have to make sure I take profit. I really want Slerf to go up because that's the one that's going to make me a fortune. I think Slerf is going to go, but I'm not sure because Slerf is looking like an inverse head and shoulders too, huh? Here. And the bottom of that triangle was front run. So and you see it came into that high volume node. You just can't ignore those levels. When you see a level holding the support's holding. What can you do? You know, you don't. If support holds, support holds. What I mean, look at that high volume node. It just held. You know, I didn't make that line up. It was already there. We had you had a level of support. The price came into it, couldn't get through. 4 attempts. Yeah. Wicked in, and the price couldn't get through. I'd like to see a breakout on Slerf to the upside. It might happen because look at, if you look at BTC dominance right now, you see how it's going up. So I wouldn't be surprised if once BTC hits some kind of major level of resistance now, we're almost there. Let me just get all my stuff out. All right. Single prints, end parks. There's your make it really pop. I think the first area is going to be probably 69162. I would like to see a big buy into that area, not just a like one final push. The question is, do I hedge? Do I take profit? That's the question. I've always struggled with this question. Do I take profit and hedge or hedge? Well, look, this is quite impulsive, and so this is the other thing that I was talking about earlier. This idea. 1, maybe here. A, B, C. That's your ABC. There you go. This is going to really mess people up. So if that was your 1, you had like a really extended 1. This is your flat, extended flat, ABC. And this is your, basically, this is your wave 3. 1, ABC. This is your wave 3. So this is the wave 3 of 3. So you have a smaller 3 here. And then you have a pullback to a 5. That's it. That's your wave 5. Yeah, that's it. That's your wave 5. Slerf isn't going up, which makes me a little bit concerned. You know, that's one way to make a good amount of money, David, is wait for the single prints to fill to get acceptance. And all you have to do is wait for one, something like this. Look at this, 10 million increasing OI plus 7.3 million. Look at that. Look at that increasing OI. I mean, basically, you don't really need a wide invalidation for that, for this kind of jumping into that. Look, the order flow, look at their imbalances. They held the price. It was so easy to enter here. It's really easy to make money like that. Just wait for the single prints. It requires a lot of patience because it doesn't always happen, but when it does happen, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's the market just going up. If you just join me, I'm looking at Bitcoin. This is the order flow. I'm looking at the price action now. Shorts are entering here a bit early. So in case you're wondering what my plan is, this is my plan. I'm looking to short this area of interest of mine. Once we fill the single prints, we have a naked weekly point of control. We have the previous all-time high right there and the value area high. Basically, that's my short area. We've got single prints higher up. I expect the first level of those single prints to resist the price. And what's really important is this fib retracement. Do I have it? Did I delete it? No. Ape just posted. I'm going to read his post now. I have this 886 speed fan, yeah, and a 786 retracement level, David. So we have quite a large amount of confluence here for a short. There's really a lot. Abe just posted right now, and he said nearing the 68820. Next level above 69357 is the previous cycle all-time high. So ideally looking at it becoming support rather than resistance. Many lacking alts considering BTC up near all-time high. So once BTC does start ranging, then alts will go crazy. Also ETH game plan will be posted tomorrow, so keep an eye on that. So I think this guy's a little bit optimistic because he wants this area to flip as support, and I'm basically looking to short. And while I'm not egoistic in the idea that my short is going to make a difference, I don't see why many people will not short. The question then is, will the shorts get squeezed? That's the real question. So based on this this Elliott wave, I'm just going to do some kind of I've got too many lines, so I'm going to just hide these lines a bit. And then what I'm going to do is kind of maybe to there. Trend base, some kind of trend based fib from there, maybe to there. I can't see, where is it impulsive? Is it to there? There. I mean, based on trend based fib, that area also is the 618. It's very inaccurate, so I don't quite know where I would take the pivot. I like to things on the impulse. Maybe that's the impulse there. And then how far did this get before it corrected? Was it there? Maybe there. Extended flat. All right, so maybe up to there. Extended flat. Maybe there. 1, 2, 3. Pushing it all the way down to there. So, I mean, I think potentially we could, we could overshoot. And that's why I'm just trying to think, could this go a little bit higher? Do we have any previous levels there that I can use? Probably. Yeah, like look, there's a daily level. Look all those daily levels. All in the same area, really. There's a weekly level there. The previous all-time high is a freaking strong area. Like you just can't ignore it. C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. Okay, that's probably it. So actually this is probably to there. Probably to there. It's probably to there. Actually, I wonder if we do get a little bit overshoot that that previous all time, get really people really bullish just to hit the first single prints. Actually, that's what I'm thinking right now. Just to get people a little bit bullish on this move. And then the other thing to bear in mind is, do we have 5 waves here? Because you need 5 waves in this one wave. 1, 2, A1, ABC. This is the 3. So yeah, we'll probably have one push up and then a drop and then another push before we drop, probably, to make our 5 waves. Yeah. David, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Right, I'm back. What do we got? So this is really interesting right now. So this is my plan from this morning. I was already in a long. But I was really looking for the price to go up, which I explained in my morning's live stream. Obviously, none of these are correct. You trade ideas, you make ideas. They don't happen, they don't happen. It's not a big deal. That was what was needed for some kind of bearish market structure change. These were the higher lows I was talking about. Effectively, what happened is the price came into this SR flip. I did identify this pivot as really important. And you see how finally the price came back to test it one last time before impulsing out of this area. For all intents and purposes, this upward move is very healthy. Healthy price action. I mean, we're getting a little bit of a Slerf. Oh, wow. Look at this, David. This long just got stopped out in a very big way. Look at this. Where is it? Oh, this is unbelievable. Look at this. This one here. Oh, which one was it? Oh, okay. Interesting. So look, so this guy was under pressure and he quickly took a large portion of value out of the market. See that? So he came in with plus. Actually, what happened was he got invalidated. Look, he came in late. 10 million, increasing OI. 7.3 million longs positive. And look here, look, he basically the price came back to his entry and he closed at market. Probably took a little bit of a loss, to be honest with you. He was aiming for higher. He didn't take profit, even though he could have, because he was aiming for higher. But actually, that's a late long getting invalidated. Perfect. This is exactly what you want to see. What I really want to see is this these orders here to hold the price. So I don't really want to see the price come back. I'm not really fussed if the price does come back, to be honest with you, because, you know, late longs do get punished in the markets. That's normal behavior. How is Slerf playing up to this price action? See that? Slerf has come into our area of interest. Again, another test at the top of that triangle. And exactly where Bitcoin is pulling back, Slerf is pulling back. So now I'm thinking this is quite bullish. Slerf is actually looking quite bullish. It was looking bullish before. And the reason why it was bullish before is because we came back into the high volume node. We couldn't find flip it into resistance. It was support. Back into the top of this triangle. We've now effectively tested the top of this triangle 4 times. We eventually will break. Eventually, I'm leaning up at the moment. But I mean, who knows? No one really knows. Eventually, that top of that triangle will break. But right now, probably because of Bitcoin, Slerf is pulling back a little bit. I do still expect us to go up. And naturally, when the price moves, it moves in waves. So this kind of price expansion is expected. If this is the beginning of our wave, potentially our wave 3, maybe that was our wave 1, ABC. This is the beginning of wave 3. This is our wave 1. We're looking for a correction here. Some sort of correction here, ABC. For another push up, for another push. Okay, so we're looking at 3 pushes potentially to the upside. 2 more pushes. This was our first one. If that was our 1, was that our 1? Was I wrong? No, that was our 1. Sorry. So if this is our 2, we've already done the 1. ABC. No, this is our 3. So the last one is our 5. I'm expecting this one to be... hold on, let me see. This is an extended flat. Some sort of extended flat. So this could potentially be some sort of zigzag. Giving people one last good entry for the final push. Potentially. That's what I'm expecting right now. A little bit of a pullback for a final push. We might even come all the way back down to test the bottom of these single prints one last time. If it does, that would be a good entry for a long. If it comes back into my area of interest to take a long. Yeah, so I'm not looking to long the pump. If we get that kind of pullback, I don't know if we are, because potentially you have single prints. Let me have a look. Let me mark off the single prints actually. There you go. We're there you go. There are the single prints. You can see them already. Any more? No, that's it. So actually, if anyone's looking to long, this would be and also it's into the point of control of this session. So single prints. I'm going to mark those down. 67900 28283. It's good to mark those down. Getting a little bit of a bounce from the session point of control. Maybe we don't get. I don't know how this price action is going to play out. Maybe we just continue. I can't tell. I am looking to short. Actually, I'm looking to short. I'm looking to short. Let's have a look at some other things. I'm gonna put this on my other screen here, so I don't lose track of what's happening. Keep an eye on the price section. What I'll do is I'll pop out my chat just in case anyone wants to say something. People always want to say something. Perfect. I have it all there now, so I can see chat, and I can see the order flow. Okay, let's have a look at some other things. Just while Bitcoin is trying to kind of figure out what it's doing. I haven't looked at Pax Gold today, so let me quickly. I've still got Bitcoin on my screen here, so don't think that I'm not looking at Bitcoin. All right, so look at this Pax Gold. I did imagine that we would go down, and see we're going down. So that's what it was looking like. It looked like we were going down. We're losing this major trend line, break, pull back, down. So gold is losing value to Bitcoin right now. Okay, doesn't mean we're going to the ground. Obviously there's another, there's levels. So right now we're just potentially going down to the next level. That's how it works. USDT dominance. Again, look at this. We're losing the value area low of this mini range here. This is an inverse Adam and Eve pattern. See that, Adam, Eve? We're breaking out. This is very interesting because if this really does break down, then we could actually see a much higher Bitcoin. We have to see how this plays out. I don't want to be too kind of preemptive with Bitcoin, because while I might not be expecting necessarily the price to go up, the price can always go up. Yeah. And when I say go up, I mean go up. I mean go up to the moon. So you have to be aware of that. But, effectively, even if this kind of comes back down, coming into support, yeah, this is still playing out. And maybe actually looking at it now, actually in the context of this now, it's looking like a bear flag. So we may see if this really does play out. We obviously have some major support down here. But this is actually looking like a bit of a bear flag. Let me just get rid of all of this shiz. What is this? Could this be a bear flag? And this is really interesting because if this is a bear flag, we're going to come into support very soon. Yeah. Back into resistance for the break. This is a daily time frame analysis. So let me just try and do this properly. Let's take the outer lines. There you go. All right, we're not there yet, huh? Unless this is steeper. Might be a bit steeper. Don't know why that triangle is steeper here. No. I took it to that one. Okay, I'll take it to that one. And then this one, where does this go to? Nope. Really. Something like that. Like a little bear flag. If I could draw properly, it would help. And this is like that. Get rid of this channel now. Forget it. It's just rubbish. Adam and Eve. So potentially, David, have a look at this. Tell me what you think. This is USDT dominance. And look at this. Potentially a bear flag. This was the ABCD. This is a triangle break to the upside. Completed the pattern. Formed an Adam and Eve inverse. Broke. Back test the neckline. That was we're now breaking. That's the neckline. You go down into support. Back test. That's what you want to see. If that breaks, guess what? Let me send that to you. Let me see BTCD. Okay, it's going up. We kind of found, and this is what I want. I really want an up, you know. And so while I would love a bullish impulse to the upside, you know, I'm not hesitating for something else, or I'm not expecting something else. I'm keeping an eye on something else. Let's have a look at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin, it's okay. So there's no, this is not right. That's fine. We're still powering to the up. Slerf, is Slerf leading? Not really. It's still looking stronger. Slerf is still looking strong. Where's Gary when we need him? Good old Gary. Gary, are you here? No Gary. Right. Okay. Let's have a look at some other things. I've got Bitcoin open here on my screen, on my other screen, so I can keep an eye on Bitcoin while Bitcoin goes up. You know, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for a short today. I'm going to short Bitcoin. Let's have a look at TRVL. So yeah, so this is, we have a little bit of volume gaps here, and obviously with Bitcoin going up, it's going to put a little bit of downward pressure on TRVL BTC. I think nothing changes from my morning analysis on TRVL. We had our first test of 55. You see that? Again, it's someone buying market. I don't mind that so much because we have to take the liquidity. You take the liquidity. That's with the first push. That's what we're experiencing with this buy up here. That was quite a good buy up. It was 1 million. Someone bought 1 million TRVL potentially in that buy up today. See that? That candle. Oh, it wasn't 1 million. It was 418,000, 259,000. That's like 600 they're about 70. Yeah, so maybe about 1 million buy up. More buying. There's a lot of buying here. You see, I don't know if people are aware, but if you look at the volume, it's really nice, like 218. Look at that. The volume has really picked up. We're not seeing small volume now on this time frame. We're seeing quite heavy volume. I'd like to see what that looks like on CoinGecko. Let me have a look and see what the volume is like today. We haven't had that much increase, to be honest with you. Look at it, $295,000. Let's have a look at the historic volume. So we're kind of steady on about 300k now. We've kind of gone to about 400k. We're on about steady 300k now volume, but this is like from yesterday, so today hasn't really shown up. And all of the volume, as you can see, is on Bybit right now. So really, Bybit is a good place to be trading this TRVL. This is a really nice flat correction here. So I'm definitely going to buy some more right now. Now that my Bitcoin has gone up, I've got liquidity to buy more TRVL. As Bitcoin goes up, I just keep on market buying TRVL. There you go. You see that? Oh my God. I literally, I bought 1,000 TRVL and that's what I did. My candle pushed the price. 0.15%. Why not? Let's see. Look at that. Oh, that's actually 5,000 in that candle. So whoever is buying and I are on the same page when it comes to TRVL. This is nice. This is a nice consolidation correction. Maybe I'll just buy another 1,000, just to feel good about myself. There you go. Another 1,000 TRVL. I'm imagining that we get to the all-time high, and for every 1,000 that I'm buying, that's like $1,500. That's what I'm imagining. Every time I buy TRVL now, I think I'm buying the all-time high prices, but for cheap. That's what I'm imagining. 1,000 TRVL right now, these current prices. Guess how much that is? It's like $53. I'm imagining that is $1,500. That's what I'm imagining. All right, that's TRVL. We tested 5.5 once. Let's test, let's get up there. Let's push up. Why not? If anyone has a large amount of value, we've just broken this downtrend. See that? And what I'm expecting is some back test, and some continuation. That's what I'm expecting with this kind of break. It still puts us into this kind of triangle. Yeah, so I wouldn't necessarily think, like, we have some levels to get to. the biggest level is going to be 9 cents. So it doesn't really matter. I think 9 cents is going to be a big, like, this is the thing. While I'd possibly be aiming for higher, which I am, we may be in a situation now, you know, where we go down, we go up, and that's the break. That will be sometime in August, and that's the break. Yeah. So I am actually considering some kind of ABC here. Yeah. Some kind of, this would actually be a flat correction if this is what happens here. If this is our correction, this is going to be an ABC. Look, so let me just show you what I'm thinking right now. Let me get my higher time frame levels off. Let me bring my Elliott wave account back. It better be here because I don't like redoing it. It was a lot of work. Shit, I've lost it. Do I not have it? Oh God. Don't tell me I've lost it. No. So annoying. It's so frustrating, huh? Oh. I must have deleted it. Shit. Why would I do such a mad thing? Right, never mind. All right, so let me just quickly do it so people see what I'm thinking, right? And I'm going to go to a slightly lower time frame. I'm going to go to a 4-hour time frame. And just looking at the price chart, the price action, I am actually considering that the first wave began here. Before, I know I've said it probably could have started there, but I don't necessarily think it's a problem for it to have started here. It doesn't invalidate my idea. So you start with an impulsive move. It always starts with an impulse, yeah? So that's your wave 1. You have an ABC correction. Then you have your wave, that's your wave 2. Then you have your wave 3. Now the wave 3 consists of 5 waves. That's your wave 1, ABC. You have your wave 2. ABC, extended flat. And then you have your wave 3 all the way up to there. You have an ABC down to complete your wave 4. And you have your 5th wave there. That's your 5th wave, right? So let me just kind of break it down again so people can see what I'm imagining right now, the way I'm contemplating this. This is your ABC, so A, B, C. That's your A, that's your first ABC. That is a zigzag. This is a zigzag. So you have impulse, a zigzag. Okay. Then you have your next impulsive move. Now, while this one, I'm just imagining 5 waves in that short kind of impulsive up. Every impulsive move has 5 waves. So just to keep, for this one, I'm going to just imagine it to there. So that's your first wave, 1. ABC to 2. Then you have your 1. This is your 3. One, 2, 3. So that's a extend. That's like a, is that a zigzag? So this is a. I'm just trying to think. Does it start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Probably to there. It's like a flat. And that's quite impulsive. 1, 2. It's hard to tell exactly, but probably something like that. Some kind of flat. So here I'm imagining Your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 waves in that. You've got A, B, C here. Then you've got potentially 1 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. Again, this is some sort of flat correction. It's a little bit of a flat correction. This is no, that's a zigzag. Sorry, that's a zigzag. And then you'll have a flat one here. So something like this. It's quite a weird one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete that 5 wave there. So you have your waves, your corrections. This is an ABC down. This is a really deep zigzag. The reason why I like this wave here is because it doesn't come underneath the initial one that we put in. Now that brings me to the next point. Could the one be up to there? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think this is fine actually. This looks okay. Maybe to there. Maybe to there. 1, 2 ABCs to there. ABC, and then you have your 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and this was the challenge actually. Like I did at the time, I was contemplating it, but I didn't. It's hard because it's a completely brand new token, and therefore, it's like we're just trying to see how this token behaves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2. So 1. You see. Okay, yeah, that's it. 1 ABC. Sorry, it's not easy. Just figure this out. So 1 ABC. 2, 3. 4, 5. That was it. Okay, and for all intents purposes, the final push to get to our highest number was the wave 3 of the last wave 5. Okay, David is saying had to go to have dinner. What did I miss? Nothing really. I think Bitcoin is still trying to get up. We've formed some single prints which I've marked off. It hasn't got down to the single print. Nothing's really changed, David. I'm just kind of now yeah, I've looked at the order flow. Yeah. Let me just finish what I'm doing here, because this I'm in a flow here with TRVL. I'm redrawing this Elliott wave count because I have an idea of what could happen in the future, and I just want to map this out. Yeah, I think about TRVL more than most people, except of course those people who are working for Dtravel. Like outside of Dtravel, I may be one of the most obsessed people with TRVL. Maybe I'm the most obsessed. I don't know. I don't expect that to last forever. There must be more obsessive people in the world than me. So anyway, so now I'm thinking potentially that the impulse began here. 1, A, B, C. That's a zigzag. Okay, that's your 1. That's your 2, A, B, C. Then you initiate your wave 3. Your wave 3 consists of 5 waves. 1, A, B, C. That's another zigzag. Yeah. Your 3, A, B, C. That's a flat. There's some kind of flat move there. With your last push 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That works. You have a sharp sell-off. This is a zigzag. This is a very deep zigzag. It's the wave 4 And the only condition of the wave 4 is that it doesn't come underneath the top of the one. The one that I'm looking at is the purple one, so it actually it doesn't get as far as 4.7, so that's fine. And then you have your last wave. I was looking at this in depth, and actually the peak was the wave 3 of 5, and then this is this whole move, this whole correct impulsive move was our wave 1. This whole thing all the way up to the 5 of 5 was our wave 1. And you know, at the time I was thinking to myself, this is the wave 5 of 5, okay? And now in hindsight, you know, hindsight gives you confidence, because if you're right, then going forwards, you know that you're on point, you're on the target. So if I was to go back to March 27th or the 26th of March, I could probably get the video where I'm saying that this might be the 5. And actually looking back, it was the 5. You can see that very clearly. And so while I didn't trade that, because I'm not looking to sell at cactus cake, what can I say, my friend? I'm still looking to short, so don't, you know, the fat lady's not out singing yet, but you know, just wait for her. I'll go over Bitcoin in a second. Let me just finish this because I want to create a video. Anyway, so while at the time I was thinking this could have been the 5, I didn't act on it because I wasn't looking to sell at these low prices and influence the move. And actually in hindsight, maybe I should have, but you know, I'm not really fussed. The reality was that it was that was the peak of the move. Okay, so at the time on the live stream, I did somewhat suggest that this could be the 5th wave, and looking at the way the prices afterwards reacted or acted, that definitely was the end of the 5th wave. Okay, now the conditions for Elliott waves are that after you begin, you can't go underneath. Yeah, so wherever you begin, if this is the 0, yeah, and so initially I thought maybe the 0 was here, somewhere here, but now looking back, I'm actually thinking that was the 0. That was the 0. There was a high low on this kind of move, but that was a 0. And since then, I can easily count 5 waves up to there, and I can break down the waves into their corrective waves. Okay, so since then, what I'm seeing here, and this is what I want to say. If this whole move is wave 1, okay, and that's what I'm going to suggest. So this is all wave 1. Wave 1. All right, that's your wave 1. And we're now in a corrective 2. Okay, so if you can imagine all of this as wave 1, all the way up, and people are thinking, where's the peak? Where's the peak? Where's the peak? Well, the peak is actually at the 382 here. Not this, that's not the peak. That was your peak of your 3, but the wave 1 actually completes on the 5. Okay, and so therefore, what you can do, or what I'm about to do, is draw another wave to that peak as the peak. Just get it to the top there. That's your wave 1. Now we're looking to finish our wave 2 for a 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let me just change that color. What color do we want? Maybe yellow or gold. And what I can do now, let me just get rid of these brush strokes. Let me get rid of the first wave because we have that now. And what I'm going to hone in on is the next wave, which is our wave 2, the current wave. This is a wave 2. And so something to bear in mind about this wave is that it's a deep wave. This is a deep wave. And the only condition for invalidating our initial wave is for the wave 2 to come lower than the launch price, than the 0. The 0 is here. So I'm not expecting the price now to come under 3.1. I know Cactus and everyone else is looking to buy TRVL at 3.1. I'm not expecting that, because that would invalidate this first wave, and I think I've counted this wave correctly. Okay, and so therefore, where has the price come into, if you take into consideration a fib retracement from here, where I'm imagining the wave to begin up to the end of the first wave. All right, and I think this is really important for people to see visually what I'm imagining. So I'm not taking it from pivot to pivot. I'm taking it from the beginning of my imagined start point of the Elliott wave here right at the beginning. So probably here where you have the first green candle at the beginning, bottom of the first green candle. That's where the impulse begins. You see that? And then I'm taking it all the way to the end of wave 5. Yeah, wave 5, right at the end of, not to the pivot to the top, to the end of wave 5, which is the end of wave 1. So the end of, so that, because that top pivot isn't 5, it's 3. Okay, you see that? That's 3. I want to take it to the end of the 5, which is the end of the 1. The wave 1, just in case you didn't know, most people don't, so I'm telling you. Your wave ends at the end of 5, not the top. It's not the top. It's the end of the wave. And now, if I take a fib retracement from the beginning, not the top there, but to the end of the first wave, look what we're seeing here. The price has come into the golden pocket. Look at this. Just zoom in so you can see. Look. You know that this is working, because in the first initial drop, look how the price comes into that level. Look at that. How perfect was that? Yeah, you see how interesting that was? We had a sell, buy back, and look where the price comes to resist. Fake out, another sell, buy back, and you see now we're back above the golden pocket. You see, so for all intents and purposes, the golden pocket of the first wave is offering us support. Yeah. So I just want to kind of get you guys to hone in on this more than anything else right now, because of course I've been talking about 5.5 as a really important level, but there's something to be said about Elliott waves which transcends everything else. Yeah. And naturally, I care more about Elliott waves than anything, because that's how I'm going to be able to track the price to the highest prices and be able to signal some kind of destination for people who are looking to hodl all the way to the final wave, to the final top. I'm more interested in Elliott waves than anything. And so I think we've completed our wave 1. This is our wave 1. Okay, I think, and look, everything has a caveat. Yeah, so while I'm not 100%, because no one can ever be, if for some reason tomorrow something happens to something, to someone, to whoever, and the price drops down like that, this whole thing becomes invalidated, and all of this work has to be redone and reset, because you can't begin an Elliott wave 1 if the wave 2, if the price of the wave 2 goes underneath the initial starting point of the wave 1. Okay, and so therefore there's always that kind of caveat to what I'm saying. But if that's the end of the wave 1, then guess what, we're in the wave 2 now, and maybe we've come to an end. I don't know. Okay, I'm just counting. All I'm doing is counting. And what you want to see in a wave 2 correction is ABCs. Yeah, all of this should be ABC. And so I'm just going to kind of go through it now. I'm just trying to see if I can work this out. Let me just go to the slightly higher time frame. It might be easier to see. ABC, ABC. I can't tell right now, actually. Just looking at it, I can tell you I can't tell. I can't tell. It's not easy to tell, but I have an idea. And I just want to share the idea with you, and let's see if this works out. Right? I'm not 100% yet. All right? I'm not 100% yet, but I am thinking that maybe the correction continues. I'm not necessarily expecting some kind of impulse just yet. All right? Possibly what I'm thinking is this, okay? ABC. I don't know how far this is going to go up, so I can't tell you. I'll have to work that out, but let's just say we have this. Yeah. Something like that. For 5.5 to be our final resting place. Don't know where it's going to be. That's what I'm kind of contemplating right now. So I don't know how this is going to play out, but effectively what I'm imagining is this to this to this. Do you see that? I'm not necessarily expecting an impulsive up. Maybe an up. The up now could be liquidity clearance, clearing a bit of liquidity. Then we have another corrective down. Yeah. Another ABC. Now this ABC I can't predict. So the other thing you can bear on this, for me, this would be quite flat. If you have, would it be flat? See, the other thing I'm thinking is this. So I just want to make you aware of what I'm thinking. Is something like that. But you couldn't go underneath the start point. Yeah. You can't go underneath the start point. So whatever happens here, that's the start point. That's the line in the sand. And then you'd be looking at something slightly, this is actually a zigzag. Okay. So let me just mark that out. So this, I think this would be the best because we don't lose our bottom trend line. And then here you're actually looking for something like this. And when you're imagining wave one, it's not a flat. Is it a flat? Yeah, it's quite flat. It's quite deep, but it's also quite flat in that sense. It's like a zigzag, but it's a bit flat. Let me kind of pull up Elliott waves to have a look. Correction. We have a look at the Elliott wave corrective pattern. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Copy image. There's a few, so it's not as straightforward. Double. You could reverse these. These are bearish ones. So you could actually reverse these patterns in the other way around. So it's not easy to see. That's a flat there. So I'm basically saying flat, down. So down, up, down. A flat would actually probably, it's not really a flat, is it? It's like a flat. It's not a zig. This would not be a zigzag. A zigzag would actually be, you'd probably be doing a 1-to-1 of this move here. So one, this would probably be a bit shorter, and you'll probably be doing that. That would be a zigzag. I'm not there yet when it comes to, I know that potentially we're correcting up now. And so what I'm imagining is an ABC up. And if we do manage to get to 9 cents or something like that, and then I'll be looking for a down, and then we have to see how the down is. You see, this is impulse. These are the corrections. These are the impulse. Those are the corrections. Double three, yeah, probably something like that, like a double three, or you have these triangles. Yeah, so that's something else to bear in mind, possibly a triangle. And if you're looking at a triangle, it's an ABCDE. So actually maybe we are looking at a triangle. And so let me just kind of update this a little bit. Let me just delete these. And so therefore probably, I think I'm looking at two ideas right now. A zigzag would be like this. Like that's one. This is a zigzag. And you just don't want it to take the low, okay? But you are still looking at, you know, ABC, ABC, ABC. That's what you're looking at, ABC, ABC, ABC. So, and then the other thing I'll be looking at, it might be like an ABCDE. Definitely could be an ABCDE. So this would be your zigzag. So let me just, and it doesn't have to be 1-to-1, like, you know, maybe people think it has to be 1-to-1. No, it doesn't have to be 1-to-1. You could have a 1-to-618. So from here to here to wherever we get to, probably 9 cents. Wherever, really, it doesn't really, like here, maybe here. You could get back just to the 1.618. Obviously, the higher you go, it could be a 1-to-1. It depends on how high it goes. That would be like a 1-to-1. If it got there, that's a 1. You see, that's a 1-to-1. So from there, from where we start to here, to there, to here, it says it's a 1-to-1. So that's possibly what you'd be looking at for a zigzag. And you'd be looking for the same idea. You're looking for an ABC. ABC up, then an ABC down. And maybe some kind of uniform movement with fib time. So that's one idea that I'm looking at. That would be a zigzag. Okay. So let me just create a group of drawings, rename wave 2 zigzag. That's that. Put it down. And oh, what's that one? This is zigzag 2. There you go. And then the other idea that I was thinking about here is some kind of ABCDE. Some kind of triangle. Usually we're in a triangle, so maybe the idea continues to wherever it peaks. And so if we have a triangle wave, it'd be like this. There's your A. Let's go to the top. Why not? Something like that. Okay. Now I think the triangle wave is going to be better for us in terms of an explosive move to the upside. Yeah, I think a triangle move is going to be easier because there'll be less trapped liquidity. I think if you go down for a zigzag, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I think if we get a triangle here, this is going to be the most bullish situation for us right now. And so let me just put that into its own group. I'm still contemplating ABCs, yeah. So when I'm imagining triangles, I'm not thinking this isn't going to ABC go up, ABC go down, ABC go up, ABC go down. I'm still thinking ABCs. And then obviously as we break that outer trend line, I'd like some kind of breakout, back test, and some kind of continuation. I don't just want to see a breakout. I do like back tests. I think they're really important for healthy price action, right? So this is what I'm thinking in terms of some kind of ABC move. So I'm just contemplating that as well. That's kind of where we are right now. Either something like this or maybe something like that. And obviously there might be a million other ideas out there that people are considering or contemplating. And a large portion of what we're about to experience has got to do with Bitcoin. And so just bear that in mind. I think it's really interesting now that we've kind of broken this downtrend line. You see that break? I think today's last week's weekly candle was really bullish. So potentially we're going to see a little bit of a move to the upside. That's going to untrap a ton of liquidity if people are trapped, and it's going to give people an opportunity to take profit. And then it's also going to give people an opportunity to scale back in. Okay, this doesn't have to go all the way to the bottom of this trend line. It didn't here. There's no reason to think it will here. Maybe we'll come back and hold as 5.5 as support. That would be really great to experience that go up. And actually there's so much demand here that the last move down, maybe it will come back down for one last test, and then we can have a little bit of an explosion. No one can predict how and when this is going to play out. Okay, no one really knows, but something like this is very feasible. Okay, something like this is feasible, and also something like this is feasible. All of these are within the context of our wave one. That's our wave one, and naturally we just don't want the wave two to come underneath the 0 point, which I'm thinking is here at 3.1 cents or thereabouts there. Okay, that's kind of where I'm at now with Elliott waves. I am expecting the next wave to be extremely explosive. I really am. I think this triangle squeeze is the best, is a really good setup. Tenzoli, have you heard of that new Ondo coin, mates? Yeah, I don't really know much about it, but yeah. So let me just finish this. So this is good. Like, this is some things to consider. Hypothetically, if our wave one leads to, all right, so this is what I want to do. So I'm going to put this into a wave two triangle, and obviously there could be other kind of wave two ideas. I'm just contemplating two right now, which kind of makes sense with the current price action. That's the triangle. This is the zigzag. Okay, triangle, zigzag. And actually the triangle, why have I got the up part? Let me get the impulse out of there. That's the triangle. That's the zigzag, right? And if we have a triangle and we end somewhere there roughly, then what you can do is from the beginning here, you can do some kind of trend-based fib all the way to the 1 down to where the 2 ends and 3 begins. Okay, and then you've got some provisional targets. That will all depend on this point here. So these are just arbitrary based on here. If it begins, if this 2 is there, then everything can update and change. And so that's going to be our greatest indication of the end of the correction. Could we impulse now for a free? Absolutely we could. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm not expecting it, but the other thing to bear in mind is, could we impulse right now out of some kind of 2 right now? Could this be the end of our 2? Of course it could, but you just don't know until you see the impulse. Yeah, I'm not considering it right now, just simply because we've lost a major support level. We've got all of this trap liquidity that needs to be cleared. I think it's very unlikely that we impulse unless we suddenly get an injection of crazy volume and the price tomorrow or next week closes impulsively up here. Yeah, if I suddenly see that, obviously I'm going to change my mind in the first instance. Yeah, I'm not going to hesitate to change my idea, but until I see that, I'm going to contemplate the most probabilistic price action, and that will be one of these 2 at the moment. These are 2 I'm contemplating. There could be one of other variations in play. Okay, so I'm not necessarily expecting an impulse just yet. We're still in some kind of reaccumulation period. It would be really great to just get past this level, get back up, go up there, clear that liquidity and go back down there. That would be really great. This whole thing would be extremely, but it would look really bullish if we were able to create some kind of 5-wave triangle pattern here within the confines of this equal triangle that's being formed. And I think then the breakout is going to be extremely explosive. If we do have a corrective, where did I do? Did I delete it? Probably did. There's the extension. No, there it is. So if we do have, if that does end somewhere here, I don't know where it would end, but let's just say it ends there on 382. Then we've got some nice juicy targets, potentially, you know, you could have a really nice explosive move. For all intents purposes, that's quite a flat correction, and you could have quite an explosive move. We'd have to count the waves again. Then you could have then you can have a zigzag potentially for a really massive final move. That's the one that I'm expecting the biggest move, possibly at the beginning of next year. If you do have a zigzag, that's probably where the big move is going to be, the last wave. So we have to see how this plays out. But you know, this is a multi-year trend line that's potentially going to be broken, and really the next move will change market structure here. It will be a higher high on the weekly level, going in for the higher low on the weekly time frame. The next big move, the big impulse, will be when you change market structure on a weekly time frame, after you put in a higher high, wherever you put in a higher high, after you put in the higher low. The minute you take out that higher high, that would be a change of weekly market structure. That's where you get the biggest impulse. Yeah, and ideally that would be after the golden pocket, because there is a golden pocket. You kind of want to change market structure after the golden pocket. If we do create that idea, this will just impulse up. There's no volume here. It's basically like being in price discovery, and I wouldn't be surprised if we were able to hit our higher numbers sometime next year. I'm thinking an impulsive move has to be quite impulsive, and so I am possibly, it depends on Bitcoin obviously and Ethereum and all the rest. It may, I don't know when it's going to be exactly, I can't tell you. Okay, we'll have to mess about with fib time to see that. Okay, so this is kind of where I'm at now right now, and so what I'm looking for right now is either something like this or something like this, right? And let's just keep a track of this and see what comes up. It's largely to do with Bitcoin. Yeah, really it is. And people don't understand how important Bitcoin is to the equation. That's TRVL. Right now it's looking pretty healthy. I've just bought a bit more. Just keep on buying. This is a very impressive price action. Look at that. Impulse, flat correction, lots of volume. People buying. Yeah, people are buying back in. I think that a lot of people are feeling a little bit bullish, and now they're buying back in. They must have sold when Bitcoin was correcting, and now they've got a little bit of capital on the side, and they're increasing the size of their bags. That's what I'm seeing right now. And naturally, we're putting volume in at these levels, and that's healthy because we haven't gone lower, and we're now starting to put volume in at these levels. You know, we're back above these previous lows. That's really important to see. We're back above this low. That was the main one. Look, we're back above it. Yeah, we've made a lower low, but we're back above it. That's effectively what I was suggesting was some kind of failed auction. What we're experiencing now is potentially a failed auction. Yeah, it's a failed auction of the lows. Confirmation of that idea will be for us to get back above 5.5. We've already tested it today and flip it back into support. And then maybe we can start heading up again for an upward corrective move. And then maybe we can continue the correction to break out sometime in the autumn. Okay, that's kind of, I think this is going to be the most bullish price action. This wave 3, even though I've got it roughly coming here, honestly, it could go anywhere. It could go to the moon. No one really knows. But usually wave 3 moves are the biggest. The only reason why I'm contemplating a slightly subdued wave 3 and a bigger wave 5 is because the real input of volume will come with a change of market structure on the weekly time frame, and also I'm kind of conscious of the big resistance level at roughly about 29 cents, yeah, which is the yearly level. So that's the only reason why I'm contemplating a more subdued 3 followed by a correction, a bit of a deep correction for an explosive game-changing wave 5. That's why I'm thinking like this. This would be extremely bullish, and then we have to see what happens to Bitcoin. Okay, because even if you have this kind of move, if Bitcoin for some reason goes sideways for the next 2 years, altcoins will still keep on going. Yeah, that's the other thing you have to bear in mind. This only completes a macro wave 1. Yeah, this would be a macro wave 1 from wherever we began, somewhere here, wherever it was here, to wherever we end up. That would be your macro wave 1. Then you're looking for a macro wave 2, for a macro wave 3. You know, this idea continues. Yeah, so once we establish a market structure change and an all-time high, then guess what? This token becomes beyond ultra mega super bullish. Yeah, you'd want to scale back in after you take your profits at the end of this big wave into the next, whatever the bear market looks like. This token, you'd want to scale in, because then the next wave is going to be off the charts, like literally off the charts. So that's kind of where I'm at with TRVL right now. Okay, so any questions on that? Black Child Awaken. Hey, can you do a ton charts? A ton charts on the sure, yes. Let me just kind of zip over to Bitcoin. Oh god, look at that. It's like literally Spider-Man. It's so colorful, huh? This is what happens when you unhide everything. Don't know why it's all unhidden actually. And then oh, there you go. That makes life easier. All right, so we're filling the single print. So just in case you didn't know, maybe you missed my morning stream. I did say that once we get acceptance into the single prints, effectively acceptance is 2 30-minute candles. Obviously, the problem with acceptance is by the time we get acceptance, look at where we are. But again, we're still going up. So I was expecting up today and I'm getting up. So hopefully everyone's making money apart from Cactus Cake because he was bearish, probably didn't long. Hopefully you were stopped out and you reversed your position. I don't know. But no worries. There's plenty of opportunities to trade, and this was just I knew that we were gonna move, it was bullish because I'm looking at the weekly candle. Yeah, literally I spent a good part of an hour explaining why weekly candles were so engulfing candles were so bullish. Yeah, and look at what we're experiencing now. Does that mean I'm overall bullish? No, I'm looking to short this price action. And I went over my stream this morning about the why. We have a naked weekly point of control at the previous all-time high. We have an 886 speed fan. We have a 618 extension on this move. We have some higher time frame old levels, wash levels, daily and weekly at the same area. I'm not going to bring it up. And we have a volume level. So it's where is it? It's the value area high. And we have the completion of the single prints. There's a lot of things going on in this area. And compound that with all the trap liquidity, I think it's a good area to short, and so I'll be looking to short this area. This is my trade plan somewhere. No, I'm not. There. Don't know why it's not in a small position. What's that horizontal level? No, that's the SR flip. Let me just put it there. Let me just put that there. There you go. So that's my trade idea. Okay. I am actually thinking that we possibly go and fill go and bounce. Let me just kind of get rid of these lines now because they're a bit distracting. I am thinking that we potentially bounce off these single print. There's two sets of single prints. We're filling the first set. So the first set of single prints was from here, this blue line, to where this blue line ends here. And then the second set of single prints are from this line here to here. I am thinking that we bounce off this second set of single prints. I don't expect us to just go through the second set of single prints after we've cleared the first set of single prints. So right now, what I'm thinking of is a short into the value area high into the single prints. So that would mean the price goes through this previous all-time high, which is also the end of these single prints. There should be a reaction here anyway. So potentially I will 50% hedge here. And then potentially I'll be looking to hedge the rest if that happens as well. So this whole area I'm going to be hedging. I'm looking for the reaction. Once I see it, I'm going to be hedging. Yeah, I'm not going to mess about. And obviously anything can happen, you know, the price continue going up. So the thing that I need to see for strength, if people are like thinking, what do you need to see for strength? Well, I need to see this whole area for the price to go up, feel those single prints, come back down and find support. I need to see support. Yeah. If I suddenly, if I'm hedging here and the price goes up and then it comes back down and I start seeing the price find support, then I might reevaluate. Okay. But I'm not necessarily, but you see the value area high has to offer support, because once you leave the value area high, once you leave the value area, you have to find support on the value area high. If you leave the value area, which is effectively what you'd be doing if you went all the way up there, and if you come back down, if you leave the value area and you come back down, and you can't find support and you come back into that's not bullish. Yeah, leaving the value area and coming back into the value area is not bullish. So just bear that in mind. And so I will be looking to hedge here, and in my imagination, I'm thinking potentially that we go up and then we head right back down. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So I don't really know if that's going to happen or not, but I do see a little bit of, I do see Slerf struggling a little bit to get past its high point here, which makes me think on Slerf we're going right back down. Yeah, it makes me think that. It makes me think that with Slerf we're going to find resistance here and let it go right back down to the bottom of the triangle. So that could coincide with Bitcoin finding resistance here, because Slerf at the moment isn't breaking out. So I'm not confident about Bitcoin breaking out of this area. I'm actually looking for some kind of pullback. When that happens, we have to see what happens. All right, that's kind of where I'm at Bitcoin. I'm looking at the price action on the order flow, and let me just go back to it. Let me have a look at this. Let me look at the order flow. Market buying. I'm seeing lots of market buys. 4 million. Look at that. 4 million. Look at that. Look, the guy literally bought 1.4 million here in the high of this candle. Lots of buying, market buying, lots of buying. It's kind of what you expect when you're trying to fill single prints. People are just jumping in, buying until they hit their target. 10s only. Can you look at Ondo? Yes, I'm going to look at Ondo now. I'm going to keep this chart on the side, open on the side, because I am expecting my level to be hit quite soon, and so therefore I don't want to lose track of my level. So the minute that happens, I'm going to quickly flip back to the charts. We're almost there, actually. It almost feels criminal to start looking at other charts right now while we're almost at my first level of interest. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put an alert. SFP, no. Let me see, short, BC, short. There's no SFP. Hedge short, BTC on reaction. So let's just have a look at that. I put an alert, so I'm going to get an alert as soon as we hit that. It may not happen just yet. So I've got an alert now, so I can keep an eye on that. Let's have a look at, so Black Child, can you do a ton chart? Do you mean ton coin? Tens only, are you here? Because I'm about to look at Ondo. What? This is Ondo. I don't actually remember what I said before. Oh, there you go. That's it. What can I say? Sometimes you don't need anything except 2 lines. And does that help? Tens only. I've literally done no analysis, but I've obviously drawn these lines, probably, I don't know when. And there you go. This, to me, this looks like a flat correction. It's pretty good though. It's not bad. As you can see, this support line has to hold, and it's holding. So that's the flip. If I was to be a little bit more technical on this, I'll do a volume level. Okay, so you see the value area. You have a value area high. That's offering us. We haven't had a final test yet. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of a final test on the value area high. Just okay. I'll just mark these as well. It's good to mark these areas because if there's a change, you get to see. So you've got your volume levels. You obviously got an SR flip going on here. So let's just mark that in. That's your SR flip. Okay, that's offering support. You see the daily candle hasn't been able to close, and then the wicks aren't so important, but the close is. We haven't taken the high yet. See, it's a lower high. There was a swing failure here, which is why you saw a little sell-off, but look, it's right back up. So what you can also do, just based on this price action, while I've got a lower value area, you can just take the volume area of this upper range, just from where we cross into this higher level, this higher area here. Okay, and actually what you can see is even better. You see that? You see we're above the value area high of this local range, and you can see there's a little bit, there's been a little bit of a back test. See that? A little bit of a back test. So naturally you want that to hold as support. Naturally you don't really want to see the price fall back into the value area. Yeah, if you do, it's just range. It could be like a deviation from the range. This is still range bound. It could kind of try and make its way back to the bottom to come back up, you know, like that's how the price can move sometimes. But I think if we have to see what happens, you know, and of course Bitcoin is driving the price, but for all intents purposes this price action is extremely bullish, because you had a buy up here, increasing volume, and you're seeing quite a flat consolidation correction above a previous pivot high that's now acting as some kind of support level. So I think it's all good. I don't think there's anything to stress about. If you're stressed, probably not. Let me have a look at the higher time frame candles quickly. So I just want you to be aware that there is a monthly level here. It's been tapped. You see the wick's gone up. That's why there was an initial reaction, but technically that level has to flip into support. Yeah, so that's a really important level. It has to flip into support. Yeah, so whatever happens, that needs to flip, and then you have a a brand new, as long as this month ends green, which I don't see why it won't, you'll have a brand new monthly level there. That'll be a really strong support level. And then you can kind of break it down into the weekly time frames. You see actually there's a new weekly level formed there. That's going to be really strong support because it's at the value area high and just underneath the point of control. So if you get an opportunity to buy that weekly level, I think you would, yeah. And again, that monthly level above us, that monthly level above us is already is at the same place as the weekly level. It's already been tapped once, but you still need to flip that into support. So these ones are the untapped one, monthly. Let me just put washed there so it's not, there's no confusion. Washed, so you know it's been washed. It means the liquidity is taken, but it still does act as resistance until it's flipped. Yeah, because it's still relevant. Again, you've got this daily level which we're currently at, and so naturally, if today ends green, you also have, you know, you'll create, it's bullish price action. You're creating levels of liquidity as the price creates these candles, these red green candles. You've got another one here, so it's a really strong. If the price the price does this one day, you can buy that. You can buy that. You'll probably get a V shape because you have a daily level, monthly level, value area high, weekly level, point of control. It's one big range. Yeah. You got in at 7.5. Yeah, so you're basically your entry is really good. Yeah, so if the price was to suddenly come in tomorrow to your entry, I would buy more. I wouldn't sell. Like, that would be a gift, just simply because of all of the liquidity levels that have been generated in this range. And honestly, I would be very surprised if that happened. Very surprised. It would be a gift. That's why I'm saying it's a gift. I'd expect at the very least the point of control has got quite a lot of volume. You see that volume on that point of control? I wouldn't even, if we were to, I wouldn't really expect it to come underneath the point of control. Your entry is really good, so I don't think you should be worried about your entry. Obviously I can't predict the future, so again, if for some reason the price did that, it would be a gift. Yeah. For a short period of time, like this is the problem. If you set break even and the price did that, you'd be stopped out and you'd be really annoyed. So just bear that in mind. Probably what you want to do is you'd have to take a loss, but you'd probably want to put some kind of hard invalidation somewhere here. Yeah, I don't think you want to see the price get all the way down to there. I think that first, like, you're going through too many levels for the price to get to that pivot. Okay, you'd have to take a loss. That's the problem that you're so maybe, and the problem is that if the price was to suddenly do that unexpectedly and you put set to break even, you'd literally get stopped out and you'd lose your position, because I would expect a big reaction. So you have to think about that. All right, think about your invalidation, because that protects you, because you need protection from a black swan. You need protection from a black swan. If something happens, you need protection. Yeah, because if we have a black swan, you need to be out with a minimal loss rather than be stuck, trapped, if suddenly the price just did that. You know, you have to be protected. That's why you have invalidations, right? So just bear that in mind. You've got a good position, so I wouldn't expect that, but you do need protection. That's Ondo. Is there anything else I could do on this? Let me think. Let me have a look. No, not sure. I don't like it. I don't like this channel. Sometimes you can get good ones, and sometimes you can't. Maybe that's better. Trajectory. Very interesting. I can't really tell, but this might be a good channel. Yeah, it's quite a narrow channel, so I'm not amazingly fond. I like the wide ones, but I can see some sort of, these line up nicely, and it lines up to that. The top, I like the top part where it lines up there nicely, and you get a reaction there, and a front run there. The main thing is the midpoint, and potentially there is some kind of channel behavior, midpoint behavior there. So it's something to think about. You know, sometimes these channels can be really useful, especially if and when the price does expand to the upside and you're up there. Yeah. And then these channels are really useful because you'd be looking at this channel, you'd be going, okay, this is a good place to take profit, or this is a good place to hedge or do something. Yeah, you wouldn't just ignore it if you saw that kind of price action. And effectively, we could be just, this could just go up in a channel for the whole of the bull market. It could just go up. It's possible. If you were to go up above the top of a channel like this and flip it into support, that'd be extremely bullish. That would then the price would be looking to expand further. But then it'd be easy to see as well, because you'd see that. Okay, that's why they're quite good. But at the moment you can see we're into resistance. Effectively, what's being formed here is some sort of flat top triangle. You can see it. Flat top. There's a flat top triangle being formed here. And so based on that, just on that idea, we might get, you know, like a really, like a measured expansion. It is possible, depending on where we break out, you might get a measured expansion. Yeah, there's something to think about. Maybe from there to this pivot here. I'm not sure exactly where, but possibly you get like some kind of measured expansion. See that? And that would be like a nice, I don't know when it would break out, but you know, it'd be like a fake out. It'd be a fake out to the top to come back down again. Yeah, you see that? So it's possible. It's possible to create that, and then maybe you get like a deeper correction down just to test the top here for continuation. No one really knows, but it's just something to bear in mind, right? So that's Ondo. I hope that helps. Anything else that I can do that maybe will help a little bit more? Any of these tools come to mind? Sometimes GAN fans are quite useful, so let me just have a look at that. I don't know how far back this data goes. There you go, it's got a nice little GAN. So that, the 2-1 is from that pivot. The 2-1 is actually acting as support, which is basically this channel line. You see that? So this is all kind of measured. So it's quite nice. It's quite nice to see. All right. I hope that helps. I think it does. It helped me. And actually what I can do now is I can chuck under onto my analyzed group, because I need to kind of organize myself a little bit. There's two. Oh, where did it go? Shit, I missed it now. That's frustrating. I'm such an idiot. Never mind. I have to put it back in. And, that's the one. We'll go all the way to the bottom. Oh God, did I lose it again? Why does it do that? It just, oh, there it is. So I have to do in bits. How annoying is that? That is like literally the most annoying thing. Could they not fix that? Okay, I understand what I have to do. You can't just move it up. You have to then, without losing there. Hang on, there it is. There you go. Undo. Perfect. RNDR. Have a look at that. Again, I think I've looked at RNDR before, so I don't think it's a problem to look at. Render. The problem is finding it. I don't have a problem analyzing it. Problem is finding it. Shit, oh, there it is. Okay, let me just have a look at the previous work that I did on this to see if there was anything interesting. I've got a channel. I don't know why I'm using KuCoin. I can't remember why I originally did. Okay. Interesting. Okay. EW. Oh, good. I've got an EW count. Perfect. That's what I really wanted. All right. So I've obviously looked at this in depth. Oh, I remember. So what I was saying with render is that I was looking at the coin market cap. I could see that there was some moves on that, but I couldn't find any charts which had all of the moves. So I just imagined that we'd had 5 waves there. I just imagined that. I imagined some kind of corrective move here, this bear market correction. And I'm imagining kind of some kind of Elliott move. Just looking at it right now, I'm actually thinking something different. And that's why you have to always re-evaluate your charts, because you can always come up with different things. I'm just looking at it now. I'm seeing something slightly different. It's hard to know, but let me just do this. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Right. I'm actually thinking maybe this AB. It's hard to know, but I'm just thinking maybe this ABC correction isn't what I initially did. Maybe it was something like this. ABC, ABC, ABC. Yeah. It doesn't really make any difference, but I'm just thinking maybe the correction was something more like this, and then like an ABC, and then just a kind of like a ABC. Doesn't really make any difference because the initiation of the wave is exactly the same place, but just to kind of give context to this whole bear market correction, you have like a deep correction, kind of upwards and then downwards. Yeah. So you have this kind of wave 1 impulse, up, down, up, correct, up, correct, up. Okay. Wave 2, ABC. And then we're in our wave 3. Now, the question is, are we still in our wave 3? Have we impulsed away? Are we about to impulse? Yeah, it's the same question that all tokens have, and it's not easy to actually analyze. It takes a large amount of time. I'm trying to see if it works. Can't really tell. ABC, ABC, ABC. I can't really tell, honestly. I right now I can't tell. I know it's really bullish. It's looking really bullish, because the depth of the correction hasn't been so much, yeah, from the top. But it's only come down 54%. It's not much. And if you think about where we are now, basically the price has been effectively the price on that top has been brought back up, and it's only 22% down. So it's quite a bullish correction, yeah. Not many people are selling, so that basically means people are still expecting higher prices. I just can't figure out at what stage of the correction we're at what stage of the move we're in right now, because the way this has impulsed up has been very difficult to determine from where to where. Yeah, you got a lot of red candles, and usually with impulsive moves you don't really see that many red candles. You see lots of, this is quite impulsive there, see that, this is quite impulsive there, and this is quite impulsive. So I'm almost thinking that that was 5 waves right there, just right there, which makes me think that that was the 3. And then if you have that, if that was your last wave, you need to also count 5 waves and then more 5 waves. So you have a correction, and then you have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, it's not easy to see. And then maybe you have 5. But you see it's just one big blob. The only kind of impulse that I can see is this last bit there. So that's kind of maybe why I imagined the 3 ending there. It's pretty tricky, yeah. So you can tell it's not straightforward. Anyway, putting all of that shit aside, yeah, because I'm not going to figure it out right now. I literally have to spend a large amount of time figuring this out. This channel is pretty good. I like the channel, and get rid of that Elliott waves. I think this previous high pivot here is really important. So just mark that off. See that one? That effectively needs to SR flip. Yeah. And if you zoom into the price action now, you see it, you did have a little test here. A little test there. And then the price has kind of gone through it a few times. I do want it to come back and test, you know. I don't see why we don't get another test. So I am thinking, just looking at the price action, we're not still moving. We're still kind of I'm thinking maybe we do come back one more time, just to kind of test that level one more time. Yeah, we've kind of gone through it without testing it here, and I think it's quite an important level. So I do find it a little bit strange that we would just go up now without coming back down to test it. So there's something to bear in mind. And then obviously in this upper region that we're in, you can also do some kind of volume profile, probably to where this wick goes down, yeah, because you want to just capture all of that volume. So where does it come down? Probably to that pivot where we finally leave that pivot. See, there's a little bit of an SR flip going on here as well. It was front run a little bit, something like that. So capture all the volume from where we kind of get into that upper range. Okay, you can see we're coming into a little bit of volume resistance here, and it's no real help here, to be honest with you, because I wouldn't mind if this SR flip flipped, but there's nothing there. There's no volume, nothing. So I don't know how it's going to happen. If we take it from that pivot down to there, I mean, it's looking quite bullish. Yeah, look here, 50%. Maybe you come back down to, maybe there's a fib. All it is just a little fib retracement. Maybe, you know, just come back, run down. That's kind of what I want to see hold as support. I don't know though, because look, it's looking really bullish. I don't know, can't tell you. The reason why I can tell you it's looking bullish is because look, we've actually flipped here. See that? That's flipped. You've almost flipped higher up. And I don't have an answer. I wouldn't buy this personally. And the reason why I wouldn't buy this, and I know you're probably, maybe I'd buy it just to prevent FOMO. I'd probably buy some just to prevent FOMO, just because you don't really know the future, you can't predict the future, and I wouldn't want to like not buy it at $10 where in a year or year and a half or 2 years time this could somehow be trading at $500. You know, that would be psychologically demoralizing. So that's the only reason I would buy some. But in terms of continuously buying, I wouldn't. Yeah, simply because it's moved so much, and there's, you know, you're not getting really good prices. It's already moved 3,664% from the bear market low back in June 20. It's a lot. Huh? It's a lot. A lot of people here are sitting in healthy profits, and I don't like the idea of coming in after the all-time high. But if you come back down here and flip the all-time high into support, and you see that, at least you have an invalidation and an entry. Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah. That's kind of what you want to see. You have an invalidation, and who knows, at least then you have a good trade potentially. If that's the high there, again, it's all in the same, it's all 50%, 50%, 50%, 50%. Maybe back here is a good place. I don't know. It's not easier with render. It's not easy just because it's so bullish, right? And obviously the good thing about a back test of the previous all-time high is you have a really easy management. Bitcoin is going up, so I'm just going to quickly flip to Bitcoin and give a little bit of an indication of what's going on. Are we into my amazing level? Is Slerf going to the moon? These are all questions. Slerf is not going up. You see that? Bitcoin going up, Slerf not going up. I don't know what that means. It probably means that we're going down. Let's have a look at the order flow. Oh God, look at that. Shorts closing, shorts closing, shorts closing. Shorts closing. I want to get, oh, there it is. It's hit my main level. Do we get a reaction? Hold on. Oh, God, this is not easy. Back to the order flow. Do we get shorts coming in? There's your reaction. Is there a reaction? Shorts closing, shorts closing, shorts closing. I want to see some longs close. Or maybe I would just, I'm thinking about hedging here. How do I do this? As high as possible, please. Maybe it's still going up. Look at that. It's just going up. Shorts are closing. Shorts are closing. Shorts are closing. Oh, they're closing. They're closing. They're closing. More close. Close. Give me a liquidation, please. All right. All right. Oh God, it won't let me sell. It's so annoying. Why can't I sell? It's so annoying. Oh, because it's on BT. Oh, I'm using the wrong. I'm such an idiot. But oh my God, it's going down and I can't sell. How annoying is this? Oh shit! All right, I'm using the wrong one. This one. That's fine. I'm not in a rush because it's still quite bullish. 0.1. All right, I've shorted. That's a hedge, really. Yeah, I've basically taken half of my BT's position off. Doesn't mean it's not going up. It just means it's a good place to hedge. Yeah, so it's kind of like hedging is like taking profit. Yeah, that's what hedging is. And I'm probably going to hedge up there as well if it goes that high. How far up do I want to go to? Probably 69540. I'm probably going to take it all off, to be honest with you, because I know this is the area I've been looking for. 29540. I'm going to take it off. So I just hedged. I took off 75% of my Bitcoin position, and let's see what happens. I'm not really looking to take profit just yet. Let's see. I just want to see how the price plays out. Okay, we had a little push up, so I wouldn't be surprised if the price goes down. And actually, I'm just thinking to myself, maybe I should just hedge the whole lot, because this is like the area that I've been looking for. I wouldn't be surprised if we had another push up though. So that's kind of the reason why I'm not 100% hedged. Like 75%. Yeah, so I'm in a short right now of 70% of my position as a hedge. Yeah, I could have done more. Yeah, look at that reaction, kind of into the area of interest. Let me see how Slerf is behaving. Okay, and look at Slerf. Slerf is kind of trying to go up while Bitcoin goes down. So naturally with Slerf, I'm not looking, and this is quite interesting. So you have to be careful, because while you think that Slerf is going to go down while Bitcoin goes down, actually now Bitcoin might go down and altcoins could pump. Yeah, so you have to be quite aware. You have to be aware of what's happening right now. And you know, I am expecting a pullback on Bitcoin. I am expecting some kind of Bitcoin to stop, and maybe now altcoins are going to start pumping. So that's kind of what I'm seeing what happens. The hedge just allows me to breathe and determine what happens next. If the price starts going up, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to close my hedge. I'll take a loss in terms of fiat, but I still continue with the move. It's not a big deal. Yeah, but you see, we're coming into resistance. Yeah, this is a really strong area of resistance. I don't expect the price to just go through it, and that's why I've done that. And I'm not going to take profit on the hedge because it's a hedge. I'm just waiting to see what happens. And you see on Slerf, so look at Slerf. Slerf is starting to pump a bit now, and so that's because there's quite a lot of strength coming into Bitcoin, and so people, you know, the market mood is positive. That's what Slerf reflects. It reflects positive sentiment. Yeah, David, I took a hedge. I hedged. Yeah, I hedged. Yeah, I just took it. No hesitation. I shorted 75% of my position. That's not a problem. I'm okay with that because I'm still long. Yeah, I'm just hedging, that's all. Right. And then I'm just waiting now to see what happens because I'm not expecting, like, I don't necessarily look, there's quite a large amount of volume in that. Okay, the only thing that I haven't seen is liquidations. Okay, well, there's like small dot liquidations, no big liquidations. This is a good place, you know, this is really a good place for the price to settle down. We've filled the single prints, we've tapped the top one, we've come into the 786, the value area high, the 86 on the speed fan, the previous all-time high. Let's flip this area into support. That's not going to be an immediate thing. That's going to take a little bit of time. And in the meantime, I would love to see Slerf break out. That's kind of what I want to see. I want to see Bitcoin go sideways, and I want to start this. I want to see these altcoins start breaking out. Okay, so I'd like to see Bitcoin dominance drop. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. See, I'd like to see that happen, and that's exactly what we're experiencing. Because now Bitcoin looks strong. There's going to be a little bit of a capital rotation into altcoins. You see that? Not unduly expected. You see all of the, see how ETH has just pumped, and that's going to have a profound effect on our altcoins, because now Bitcoin is pumping. The altcoins, hopefully, with ETH returning back to strength. Look, Slerf is now finally trying to break out from our top of our triangle. You see that? So this is quite exciting. Yeah, this is quite exciting. I'm not worried about Bitcoin, even though it's still going up a little bit, because I'm still in. I've taken, effectively, David, I've taken 75% profit by hedging. Yeah, because I've only hedged 75%. So it's not really a big deal. You know what I mean? I think that was a good trade, huh? If I was to close my hedge now, obviously I'd lose I'd lose money, but it's not a big deal because I'm still making money when the price goes up. Okay, let's just see what happens. I'm not expecting the price to just go up, but I mean, who knows? Even if it does, I wouldn't be surprised if the price did this first to find support. You know, like, I'm not, this is a really important area because it's the previous all-time high. Why would the price go through it without back testing it for a continuation? So I've hedged above the previous all-time high. I've got plenty of time to see what happens. And in the meantime, what we want to see, all of us, is we want to see a pump on our altcoins. This Slerf has just made a higher high. If we can get a little bit of a back test on Slerf, maybe we can break out of this triangle, and a measured move on this triangle is going to take us all the way to that daily level up there that I had from before. Yeah, that would be a measured move. That's the daily level, actually. I don't know what that is. I can't remember. But anyway, some kind of measured move to take us to the daily level would be great. I think that would be a measured move up to the daily level. That's basically my next target for Slerf. Let's see if we can get there. Get a little bit of rotation to alts. Is Bitcoin still pumping? Yeah, it's still pumping. Look at that, it's still pumping. Let's have a look at the order flow. That's not the order flow. That's the order flow. No, that's the order flow. Nope. What's happened? Is it frozen? Right. You see that's closed. See that? That's it's lagging, but that's shorts closing. That's minus 11 million shorts closing. Really, like, they should have closed a long time ago. This isn't healthy up move, but I mean, it is shorts closing. I have to be aware of that. Yeah, because there's a lot of shorts in this overall range, but it's not actually very healthy for the price to move up with shorts closing. And so naturally, eventually longs will close, they'll take their profit, and it'll pull the price down. So you've got to be aware of that. Not a problem. Oh, it's way above my it's back, it's into the top of the single prints. Let me just have a look. Oh my god. It does look strong. It looks really strong. It's really pumping, huh? Let me have a look. I'm not going to close my short. It's not a big deal because it's a hedge. Let's have a look at that. Oh god, it's my computer's lagging. I'm not seeing longs enter here. Just bear that in mind. I am seeing bullish divergence, but I'm not seeing longs enter. I do see longs absorbing the price, but I'm not seeing longs enter. Yeah, so that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see increasing prices with increasing OI. I'm not seeing that. And so while the price is going up, I'm not getting like crazy bullish vibes with this last push. Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if the price comes all the way back down. So it's not a big deal. If I could probably hedge the rest here if I wanted to, but I probably won't just yet. Is Slerf okay? So Slerf is kind of, this is the thing. Slerf it's just swing failure at the highs. That sucks. So it makes me wonder what's happening to Slerf. That sucks. That's a bullish candle so far on the daily time frame on Slerf. Right. Oh, okay. Do you hedge on Slerf as well? Do you take profit? What do you do? What do people do? Let the price settle. All right. I'm not seeing this last move is not bullish. This last move is a short squeeze, and I wouldn't be surprised if it comes all the way back down. I just want to see if the alts pump in that time. That's what you want to see. You want to see the alts pump. Yeah. So I'd like to see how this plays out. All right. No problem. Okay. So I think that was quite fun. I think we had fun. I don't know if there's anyone here. Probably no one's here. Let me chatting to myself. All right, I'm probably gonna go. I got some things I need to do. It's quite late. And if there's anything, I'll post it on Twitter. I wouldn't mind if BTC finds support here a little bit, so the alts can pump. If I see that we come back into the 786 and we start flipping it into support, actually, I really wouldn't mind coming back to the all-time high and flipping that into support. And the other thing I'm going to keep an eye on are new single prints if they've been created. And so I'm going to have a look now. Yeah, this doesn't look very strong to me, this last up move. Okay, you have single prints. Is that? Wow. Okay. So I wonder if this single prints can fill. 69500, huh? Right, we'll keep this in mind. This is the single print, so if anyone was interested in the single prints, then I'll post the link here if you're interested. All right, guys. I hope that was entertaining. It was definitely exciting. It was always exciting when you make money, huh? It's never not exciting when money is made. So let's have a look. Slerf, give me some strength. Yeah, Slerf is experiencing a little bit of strength. Keep an eye on Slerf. I see that Slerf is pulling back a little bit, so that tells me that Bitcoin is pulling back. See that? And it's interesting that they're both coming into resistance, except Slerf. You kind of want Slerf. Look, it's put in a higher high here. That's okay. High low, high high. It just means that you want to flip that. The other good thing to see is that we're above the daily level. So if you can flip the daily level here on Slerf, there may be some opportunities. I don't see Bitcoin's pulled back. Bitcoin's pulled back a little bit. Not unexpected, really. Yeah, it's not really unexpected. And so now, what I would like to see is for let's go back down to the point of control. That's what I'd like to see. Let's go all the way back down to the point of control. Yeah. It's going to destroy our altcoins, but you know, that's life. Maybe the altcoins will hold their position. BG, hi. I'm actually about to leave. I've just been doing a live commentary and live stream on Bitcoin's move into my area of resistance, and so that was quite exciting. I did a live stream this morning, and I've just finished Bitcoin. I've been doing Bitcoin all day. I've got a live stream this morning. I've just finished a 2-hour live stream. Yeah, pretty much. Good place to take profit, guys. In case you were wondering, this is a good place to take profit. Going down. It's going down. Going up. It's going up. It's going both. You know, the interesting thing is that Bitcoin never goes up in a straight line. It goes up and then it goes down, and it goes up and then it goes down. It goes up and down in waves. It's Bitcoin. All right. Have a good day, guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. All right. See ya.